In a one-on-one interview with the Cherokee County Sheriff, he says the department is not leaving any option off the table as they try to find out why this happened. Sheriff Frank Reynolds was at a vigil earlier tonight honoring the victims. He also clarified comments made by his department spokesperson. Our 11 Alive's Hope Ford is live tonight for us in Cherokee County. And I hope you talk with a lot of people pushing for justice and closure in this case.
Yeah, that's right. And speaking of closure, even though the vigil ended around 6:30 tonight, plenty of people have come by throughout the night to continue to leave flowers, balloons, and other little small gifts out here outside of the spa here in Cherokee County. Now, many community members say they don't buy the suspected shooter's sex addiction excuse for the sole reason behind the killings. And at this vigil earlier tonight, I was able to ask the Cherokee County Sheriff if a hate crime was ruled out of their investigation.
We're absolutely looking at all options. And if the evidence shows that there's a hate crime involved, we're certainly going to move in that direction.
Cherokee County Sheriff Frank Reynolds says beyond initial conversations, he hasn't heard any more details from the suspect. Motive. At this vigil, community members laid flowers outside the very spot where 4 people were killed and a 5th injured.
It's all the cliche of, oh my God, it wouldn't happen here, and now we are part of that story of it has happened here.
Across the metro, a second vigil around the corner of the murders of the Atlanta victims.
It feels numbing, exhausting, scary, hopeless, and it's really hard sometimes to hold on to the hope.
The crowd calling for an end to violence against Asians.
We are not going to stand for this.
Their own feelings about the murders.
I know we're here grieving, we're stressed out, and the way ahead may not be completely clear. But one thing is clear, and that's anti-Asian racism must be stopped.
Among some of the chants, calls for Cherokee County Captain Jay Baker to be fired for remarks made in the hours after the shootings.
Be immediately removed from office.
Baker was criticized for describing the shooting suspect as having a really bad day. Reynolds says Baker is no longer acting as the public information officer on this case. But Reynolds' community leaders and activists don't want this detail to get lost. 8 people were killed. Delania Yan,
Elcias Hernandez Ortiz,
Paul Andre Michaels,
Dao Yo Feng.
8 people were ripped from their families.
We are here for them. We hold them in our hearts and remember the beautiful souls lost.
And the sheriff also told me as of right now there is no physical evidence to point to a hate crime, but he also did say that if there's any witnesses that can provide any further statements on the shooting or on the suspect, to reach out to his office.
All right, Hope, thank you. A long road to justice and healing for our community.